10 different sneakers that are right in that sweet spot of 300, 350 bucks. The Air Jordan 4 Undefeated. Now, when these first came out, they were going for a lot more money. And in current time and current market, they're going just over 300 bucks, hovering around that 325, somewhere around there. Now, again, you're gonna have to factor in fees and shipping and other elements to the game as well. We understand that part. I've taught you guys a lot about that over the years. But the biggest thing, and I always love to challenge you guys, is to what? Get the best deals. So I want to make sure I put you guys up on game on the right shoes right now. And then also, I'm going to tell you guys if I think that these are going to be good for the long haul when it comes to value. And then obviously you want to buy what you like and have for your collection. But if you can get a shoe that you can get for a solid deal or a little bit over retail, and then later down the line it's still in your collection, and next thing you know it's a $600 or $700 pair of shoes, and you can leverage that to get something else or trade that for another pair of shoes or whatever it may be, I would love to see that for you as well. So hopefully I can put a good amount of shoes on this list for you guys today. Oh yeah, and if you didn't know by now, my name is DJ, and this is the DNA show. So again, I'm sure everybody understands the Undefeated 4s, where they're at, the history behind it, and I definitely think that this is a shoe that is currently right now at this price that everybody's like, oh, this is still a little high. It's getting to the point where it's starting to settle. When it consolidates at a price, next thing you know, it's gonna sit there for a while, and then it's gonna start going up, and we're gonna start to see new highs over the years, and I don't want you guys to miss out. This is a shoe for me personally. I'm looking for multiple pairs now at this price point, because I'm sure everybody would love to have a pair to rock and a pair to stock on a legendary shoe like this. Next up is the Futura SB Dunk Low. I think this is a great shoe that has a ton of history, a ton of nostalgia. Again, I've made reviews. If you guys haven't seen, I have links down below in the description for all the information on the shoes, the reviews, and anything that I've done in the past related to creating content around any of these shoes on this list. If I haven't, then I probably will in the future once I get them. Nike SB does not like to retro the shoe. They might create a high top version of the low top version, or a low top version of the high top version, vice versa. We've seen that with the Tiffany's, the Daylas, but they never recreate the same shoe and retro it when it comes to the nostalgic, iconic models and collaborations and storylines, right? Yeah, we might see the basic colorways might get recreated again over the years, but that's pretty rare as well. We're not gonna see the Supreme SB recreated, right? They do a different Supreme SB. They tell a different story. They do a different color, a different pattern. So when it comes to SBs, that's one thing that I love compared to Jordan Brand. They love to keep it unique and continue to create new moments over the years compared to relying on retros and recreating stuff from the past. And for those reasons, we've seen this happen multiple times before. I've been collecting SBs since the early 2000s. I've had my ups and my downs with collecting SBs, and I'm telling you right now, it might be a slow phase. Again, they're still selling for over retail. They're still selling for a few $100. But in time, we've seen this happen before. I remember when there was a ton of SBs that were 200, 300 bucks, 400, sound like it was crazy. And then you look later and next thing you know, $800, $1,000, $1,200. This could easily be one of those shoes. Now, understand that shoe is a little bit more out there, and it may not be for everybody, something they may not want to have in their collection. So let's tone it down a little bit with this all black shoe, and that's the Nigel Sylvester Air Jordan 1 Low. Now, you know, I'm still on the hunt for this pair. I wasn't able to grab them for retail, and I've been waiting patiently because I'm trying to find a good deal, even though they're not going for way too much money. But at the same time, you know me, I'm always looking for the best deal I possibly can find. So if somebody has a size 13 for a solid deal, looking for trades or something like that, let me know, hit me up. I need those before the year is over. But these are going for just under 300 bucks, and I challenge you guys, just like I'm challenging myself, find the best deal you possibly can. Catch them for 240, 250, 260, whatever it may be, once all this stuff is said and done and the price that you're at. Again, I'm a size 13, so some of these prices are going to vary throughout the video. You might say, hey, those are going for way cheaper in my size. Correct. Because I'm a 13, they do go for more, and if you wear a smaller size, you're gonna be in a convenient position where you'll be able to get the shoe for a lot cheaper. So again, take all this stuff and then understand, depending on your shoe size, you might actually be able to save way more, and these might not even be in the $300 category for you. All my size 13 people out there, you know the struggle. Let's keep it pushing. Yo, DNA fam, I know you guys are into sneakers, so I'm gonna assume that you're into investing as well, which means you're probably also interested in leveling up your life. I think you definitely need to check this out. I just launched my DNA show community on School Guild, and it's totally free to join, by the way. Inside, I've dropped my entire Hobby to Hustle program. It used to be $99 a month, and I've helped tons of people turn their passions into profit with this course. And now I want to give it away 100% free just for the community members. This is going to be a place where sneakerheads can connect, share game, and grow together. So don't wait, hit the link down below in the description to get instant access to the Hobby to Hustle course today. And I'll see you guys on the inside so we can run it up. Next up, we have the Steel Air Jordan 10s with the toe cap. Now these ones I really wanted. Again, I'm still going after them. I want to find the best deal I possibly can. They're kind of expensive if you think about it, but quality was great, packaging was great, storyline was great, obviously legendary, we understand that. And then they didn't make that many pairs. And because of that, this is a model that we don't see retro often. It has always been iconic. It has always held a solid value. Now, could this be a $1,000 shoe? I don't know about all that. But what I could say is it's definitely going to hold a really good value over the years, especially this one in particular, because this is like that OG style and we haven't seen that since then. And I know a lot of people are going to be holding on to these and cherishing these and probably trying to keep them forever. So if you can get your hands on them for a good price, which again, I'm looking for a pair as well, definitely a really dope shoe. Again, checks a lot of boxes. Next up right here, we have a pair that I literally have on the way. I'm about to be unboxing these like tomorrow. The H-Town Air Jordan 11s. Now these came out with the city pack. We saw Vegas, Houston, and Atlanta. We understand that. I already reviewed the Vegas pair. But the H-Towns, they're going for that low mid 300s when it comes to the price point. I think these, and again, everything from the pack, I think the Atlanta is probably going to be the cheapest one. Those are going for like retail at this point, maybe even cheaper than retail because they're so simple. But because these are so unique, they might go down a little bit, but I think with the way this pack was set up, how it goes in the future, this is something very different. And even the platinum tint Air Jordan 11s are expensive now. Those were sitting at outlets, nobody cared about them. And if you, I mean, you can say maybe they're not expensive, but they're double the price of what they were when they were sitting at outlets. I think with these hovering around this price, in the future, they're gonna be worth a lot more money. And this could potentially be like the pinnacle Air Jordan 11s and those things of that nature, how they're outliers, the Pantone Air Jordan 11s, stuff like that. I think they're gonna fall into that category. Now, are they gonna be the exact same price? You know, those might be $700-800. These might be $600-700. I don't know what it's gonna fall at. But I know in the future, this is going to be one of those grails that a lot of people have, and a great time stamp for the 40th year anniversary. Great materials, great production on the shoe. I think overall, they checked a lot of boxes, and it may not be for everybody. Completely fine. I want to give you guys a diverse little list of colors and materials and models as well when it comes to the Nikes and Jordans. So hopefully that gives you guys a gist of these. I just added a pair to my collection. They'll be here soon. Stay tuned for the review. I got a lot to talk about those. We'll get to the story time for that in a bit. Let's just take it to the next one. And that is the Mojave Air Jordan 11. So I just mentioned those earlier. Again, I have a pair. I was actually able to double up on those the other day, which was very clutch. I think this is a great shoe. They're a little bit cheaper than the H-Towns. You're going to find these in that high 200s, low 300s, depending on the size. Again, all the other variables and elements to that. This is another great one. I've already given my thoughts and opinions about the shoe. It's my favorite one from the pack. And same thing I said about the H-Towns. These are going to fall in that same exact category. So I feel like it was only right to put those on the list. And again, if you can get the Atlantas, they're going to be a lot cheaper. So just add those two. But those are a lot cheaper than this price point for this video. So let's keep it pushing. Next up, we have the Rodeo SB Dunk Low. Now this is one of my favorite sneakers of the year. They did a great job on this. I feel like highly underrated, highly slept on. I said this in the review. I think a lot of people are gonna really learn to appreciate this. And the thing is, they haven't seen the shoe in person. That's a big thing with a lot of these shoes. Sometimes people make their judgment of seeing it online and then they don't see it in person. That's why I try to pride myself in giving you guys different angles and different looks and in hand and on foot and different just variable options of how you see it and how it presents in different light, because so many shoes look different when they're in the lights and the camera and then on foot compared to unboxing and whatever it is. So I just want to try to give you guys a lot of perspectives on as many possible as I can with all these different reviews and everything on the channel, because it's hard to tell when you're seeing stuff online and then you get it in person. But this one is a great SB, and I think, again, like we talked about with the Futuras, this is gonna fall in that category. Highly slept on. Oh, remember that? Oh, wait, when the, that's what people are gonna be, they're gonna be stuttering, trying to, wait, what? How did, that's the, Yeah, that's the one. That's the one that you slept on that was 250, 300 bucks. And then later down the line, you're like, bro, this is a dope shoe. I'm trying to get my hands on it. Why can I not find these? Why are they $750 now? I think this is gonna be one of those ones. Speaking of one of those ones, the one that's eluding me still, I cannot wait to get these so I can give you guys a review. I have come across pairs over the years. Never have I seen a pair in my size for a somewhat respectable price, and that is the Tokyo Air Jordan 5. Now they just retroed, so now I was talking about the old pairs, but now I'm talking about the new pairs. The new pairs, I didn't get them on the drop. I tried to go after them, couldn't get them for retail. So I said, okay, I see they're higher, but they're gonna come down a little bit. And what did they do? They came down a little bit. So now that they're starting to settle at this price, I'm on the hunt. Tokyo Air Jordan 5, I need a pair in my collection ASAP. Would prefer 2 pairs in my collection, but right now let's see what they're going for. $350. They're right around that price. Mid to high 300s, right there around that price. Again, I want to challenge you guys to try to get the best deals you possibly can. So I'm going to put some stuff a little bit under the price and then a little bit over the price on the threshold, and not everything just exactly there, because again, everything's negotiable. Everything you can trade for, you can make it happen. If somebody ain't trying to work with you, cool. Go find somebody else to work with. You'll find a pair. Next up, I want to throw this one on the list with an asterisk because I'm interested to see what happens with the price once they come out. But I know there's a ton of demand, and this one technically hasn't dropped yet, so I want you guys to be patient at the same time. The Gamma Air Jordan 11s. They're going for right around that mid to low 300s right now. Could they get into the $200 range? I don't know, but I would say 100% make your efforts. Enter into the raffles, have extra friends and family members download the app so they can enter into the raffles for you. Go for half sizes up and below, whatever you need to do. If it's not my size, I don't want it. Right, but if you get a half size and you could just find somebody to trade or take it to a sneaker store, and then now you could trade for another size, you still got the shoe in your size and you're good to go. But because you want to be too bougie and you want to act like you can't go for a half size up or down and then work a trade, next thing you know, you're not getting the shoe at all. Increase your odds. We talked about all this before in the past as well. You guys know all the tips and tricks. Let's take it to the next shoe, and that is the Air Jordan 1 High 85 Bred. This shoe right here is a amazing price right now. Low 400s, mid 300s, again, depending on the size, all those other elements. This shoe, in my opinion, will rise. I think this will rise. I think once they announce the 85 Chicago and people are going to want to have that set, it's going to be time in between. There's going to be a lot of stuff going on. I think it's going to cause other reasons to this shoe rising in value. The black and red ones have always done this over the years. They've come out strong, they've hit solid, and then over time they go up. They're hard to get, they're legendary, everybody loves them. I saved this part of the video for at the end for all y'all that actually stuck around, because this is the part that I love this part. People come in and they say, I want to pay retail only, I don't pay resale, all this stuff, right? Okay, cool, yeah. But would you pay resale on a shoe? And this is the funny part too, because the people that will get a shoe for retail talking about, I don't pay resale is dead, right? But then they get the shoe, and then if it's going for more than that retail price, they're the ones that's trying to sell it for more than that retail price compared to selling it to somebody else that wanted the shoe for the retail price. So what are they doing there, right? I thought you didn't like that, but you like it when you're on the beneficiary side of making the money and doing those things, right? So like, come on now, you get what I'm saying? And then the other part is people go and they say, oh, I don't pay over retail, I don't pay over retail. Okay, cool. So 20 bucks, 50 bucks, 80 bucks, 100 bucks, something like that over retail. It's not a big ask to go that far. That's why I wanted to give you guys this sweet spot of the 300, 350 bucks, because a lot of these shoes are retailing for $250, right? So this is $100 over that retail threshold, essentially, right? Close, right? Do the math. Again, if you want to be a stickler in the comment section, act like the math ain't right, we understand that. Great, cool for you. But you get what I'm saying, right? I wanted to give you guys a threshold of some bangers that are hovering right over that retail price, that are out of people's budget, or whatever you want to call that word, that are in this category, because these are the ones that then go like this, go like that. You see what I'm saying? And I showed you some shoes on the list. We've seen it with history and time before. Some of these shoes on this list, you're gonna watch this video back later down the line and be like, bro, them shoes is expensive now. I've seen people, I made these videos year after year after year, and people come back and watch the videos and they say, bruh, I'm watching this video 4 years later and you wasn't lying. They going crazy expensive now. They was so cheap when you showed them back then. It's just how it works. It's a part of the game. We understand the cycles, no matter what you want to call it, everything. I'm going based off of patterns and my estimates based off of what I've seen over the past 20 years. So that's where my hypothesis, or whatever you want to call it, comes from. It's just a natural reaction to the game and how the cycles and ebbs and flows work. I'm just here to try to help put you guys up on game on this part. Hopefully you take that and do what you do. I want you guys to be able to get dope shoes for good prices at the end of the day. Be able to get deals, leverage them if you need to in the future, have them, enjoy them. They're still worth more money than what you got them for. That's a great thing, or worth what you got them for later down the line, even if you wear the shoe. Very important to me because I want you guys, again, to have valuable, fun, tangible assets. I call them assets because, again, I've leveraged sneakers my whole life to build multiple millions of dollars of real estate, sneakers. All the other investments that I have was all rooted from sneakers. So I'm telling you, this is possible. You can do it too. Last but not least on this list, this is somebody recommended this. I kind of wanted to put this on there, but I wasn't sure. So I was like, you know, I'll throw this at the very end. The CPFM white Air Force One with the letters on the side, similar to the Air More Up Tempos. You know those right there. So those are hovering right around that $300 price point. I think that this is a great shoe to have for the collection. I'm not sure how much they're gonna be worth in the future. That's something we'll have to see. But if you want something different, something that's gonna stand out, that's a collab, all those other elements, I think this is something that you get when you have more of an established collection. That way, you're not putting all your eggs into this shoe and it's just an all white Air Force One. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's cool. It's not bad. I think a lot of the other shoes that I showed on the list have a lot more character, if that makes sense. Worth the $350, if that makes any sense. But that's my thoughts, that's my opinions. If you guys want to see another video like this, I'm willing to make it. Let me know down below in the comment section. Spam the comment section. Get me to 1,000 comments in the comment section. I appreciate you guys as always. Let's hit 400K subs. I'll see y'all soon.
I would never let you down.
Hey, just a quick reminder, again, the link is down below in the description to join the community if you have not already. I'm giving away the entire Hobby to Hustle program for free, only to members. So you got to sign up and get in. Again, everything is free. You don't have nothing to pay for. It's all going to be inside. You're going to love it. Trust me, I've helped hundreds of people with this. I cannot wait to help you as well.
It's in my DNA. The only choice I like to make, what I'ma wear today. I would never let you down. It's in my DNA. The only choice I like to make, what I'm